Hey guys, so on today's video, I'm going to share you guys the pros and cons of a live-in caregiver and a live-out caregiver. So you stay with me until I finish the video, okay? Oh god, I'm a little bit cold. I'm okay. Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. My name is Sarah Buyucan, and in my channel I love to talk about life in Canada. I love to share you guys the realities of living in this country, and I love to inspire people. Okay, so it's a little bit cold outside. We have a winter. Third week of October is winter. -10. It's just -10. We survived. Because we in Alberta, sometimes we have a freezing cold like -20, -30, -40. So yeah, we survived. -10 is just piece of cake. We're okay. We survived. So yeah, that's how life here in Canada. So anyway, I'm inside my car. So our topic for today is about live-in caregiver versus live-out caregiver. I'm going to share you guys the pros and cons, the advantages, disadvantages of being a live-in caregiver and live-out caregiver, okay? I'm going to share you guys based on my own experience because I was being a live-in caregiver for 4 years before, let's say 3 years before I got my permanent resident here in Canada. So okay, let's talk about live-in caregiver. Live-in caregiver is you are going to work inside your employer's home. Okay, you either going to take care an elderly needs companionship, or you either take care an elderly with disabilities or small children with their parents. Okay, so you are going to stay in their house, so it depends on your contract. I noticed thousands of people, applicants outside Canada, coming to work here in Canada as a live-in caregiver or a live-out caregiver. In that way they can be a permanent resident in after 2 years. Okay, especially the new pilot program that was been introduced last year, and I think that's the best program for you guys because you can bring your family as well. Live-in caregiver is not just because you are a live-in caregiver, you're going to work like 24/7 or you work days, nights, shift, evening shift. No, it depends on your contract between you and your employer. Before you come to Canada, or even you are inside Canada, there's always a contract between you and your employer. So if in case you work as a live-in caregiver, then you know what time you are going to work. Let's say in your contract is 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So let's discuss about the advantages of being a live-in caregiver. So one of the most I love when I was a live-in caregiver is during winter time. You don't have to wake up rush to go to work because you are inside your employer's house. You take your time to wake up. So remember, when you are a live-in caregiver, you have your own privacy. Okay, they provide your own room because that's in the contract. Okay, so you take your time to wake up, prepare your breakfast, or if you have taken care of small children, you're going to have the time to prepare their meals in the morning. You can eat your employer's food like you feel like at home, right? So that's how it works when you are a live-in caregiver. And the advantages as well is they feel at ease. Like if you're going to take care of an elderly people, their children, they feel at ease because you are always there to take care of their mom or their parents. In case of emergency, you are there to support. Like, of course you're going to call 911 in case of emergency anyway, but at least you are there. And you can also save money because some employers, they deducted your board and lodging, so it has to be in the contract. They deducted board and lodging before you get your before you receive your salary. Okay, but if you have if you're lucky to have an employer, they don't bother to deduct your board and lodging, then you have more money, you save more money. You don't have to worry about like buying food outside because the food in your employer's house, you can eat their food. Of course, if you have an employer, especially if you're taking care of small children, they always have an internet. You can access their internet and it's free. So yeah, that's how it saves money. Oh my god, everything is saving money. Let's talk about the disadvantages of being a live-in caregiver. The disadvantages is you're always there inside your employer's house and you feel like you are the responsible for everything. Well, it is. If in case of emergency again, there's a situation wherein you by yourself to decide what is the best care. Of course, you're going to call 911 always. If in case of emergency, badly, you need a help. And the disadvantages is you by yourself to decide what is the best care you're going to do, right? That's why it's very important if you are in Canada, you need to have your CPR courses. So just in case of emergency and you work as a live-in caregiver, then you know at least the first aid what to do, right? So one of the disadvantages also is you feel like less freedom. You want to eat the food you want to eat, but no, because sometimes when you are inside your employer's house, whatever food you cook, you have to eat, right? And especially if your employer is like Canadian people, of course you're going to learn how to eat Canadian foods, which is good. I did that when I was a nanny. Oh god, I learned how to eat fresh vegetable, like the salad. Oh god, we never eat salad in our back home because we always cook vegetable, right? But anyway, that is very good, that's healthy, but that's a disadvantages. You're going to miss your own food, especially those stinky fish. We like those food anyway, but anyway, that's the disadvantages. You're going to miss your own food. The privacy is a little bit like you don't have much privacy, although you have your own privacy because you have your own room, but of course that's not your house. You have a boss in that house taking care of small children. Like, let's say you finish your work at 5 p.m. Of course you want to have a rest. You want to go to your room and chat with your family back home. You want to chat with your friend. You want to rest yourself, but it end up like the kids that you're taking care the whole day, they is still following you in your room, and they knock your room. They want to play with you, or they want to come out and bring them outside, and it end up like, okay, you are the nanny still for the rest of the night. And sometimes it happen, okay? Some parents, they will stop their children because they said, okay, that's your tita or that's your auntie, it's day off work, so let her give her time to rest. But some employer, they just don't care, but not all. Let's talk about the advantages of being a live-out caregiver. So being a live-out caregiver, you can able to finish your job. Let's say your contract time work is 5 p.m. You left your employer's house, you have the freedom to go and do your own errands, go to the mall and go buy your own food. You cook your own food that you want, and you spend time with your family, or if you have a friend, you spend time with your friends, and able to go and work another second job, because of course you might need extra money because you are going to pay your rent, your own food. Yeah, that's all the advantages of being a live-out caregiver, just the freedom, right? But let me talk about you guys the disadvantages of being a live-out caregiver. At this time of weather, like winter time here in Canada, let's say 6-7 months, it depends on the province where you live, okay? So you are going to wake up early, you're doing rushing, you might end up late. If you're not driving, you wait outside for the bus. If you miss the bus here in Canada is either 5, 10, 15 minutes to wait. So if you miss your first bus, you have to wait for another 10 minutes. And if it is freezing cold, it's very, very cold outside, okay? It's not a joke. So, okay, those are the disadvantages being a live-out caregiver. And you are going to work 2 jobs because the money is not enough, because you are going to pay rent, you're going to pay your own food, you have more freedom to go shopping, you spend more money. Oh my goodness sake, you end up like money is a little bit tight. So that's the disadvantages of being a live-out caregiver. You have the freedom, but you more spending your money because of course after your work you go shopping to the mall, or you buy what you want, you buy your own food, so that's what happen if you are stay out. So when we talk about caregiver, guys, it's not just only for the people like overseas people to come here and work as a caregiver. No, this caregiver job, this is our job here in Canada. The people born and raised here, this is our job, okay? It's just because some employer, they love to hire overseas because when they hire people here, they can stay as a live-in caregiver. Because some people here, most of the Canadian here, they don't like to stay as a live-in caregiver, okay? So only us like immigrants, we have no choice to stay in our employer's house. So anyway, yeah, that's how my own experience. So I hope you gain some ideas what I share you guys today. But being a live-in caregiver here in Canada is still the best, okay? I can recommend if you are single. But if you are married, you can able to work second job to support your needs and pay for your bills. especially if you're a caregiver and you are very new here in Canada. Thank you for watching again. I have to get out from the car now. It's getting freezing now. Oh my goodness. Anyway guys, welcome to Canada some days. And if you are the person applying outside Canada and waiting for your approval, just be patient. I always say just be patient, okay? Please. Guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you for my next video. I have to get out here now. I'm so freezing cold. I'm going to show you. Look at the front of my car. See that? See? See, that's how they snow here in Canada. Oh my goodness sake. I just show you some of the snow, okay? See that? Let me just sit down and just pretend like it's summertime. Actually, it's very cold. See, that's my front yard. It's cold. It's freezing cold. I'm just sitting. Look. It's fun. My kids loving snow actually.